Hello students, I myself Professor M. N. Jadhav from KKWA Polytechnic. Today we will go for the introduction to large signal amplifiers. That is nothing but the power amplifiers. So this is the basic block diagram for power amplifier. A power amplifier is an electronic amplifier and it is used to design or used to increase the magnitude of power of a given input signal. The power of the input signal is increased to a level which is very high and that is utilized to drive the loads of the output devices like speakers, headphones, and RF transmitters, etc. Now, in this particular block diagram, the blocks are input we have to consider as a mic, then preamplifier, after that voltage amplifier, then tone and volume controls, and the last stage before the load is power amplifier, and the output we can say in the form of a speaker. In short, in large signal amplifier, the microphone is used as the input device. And finally, the output is nothing but your amplifiers. Basically, these power amplifiers are classified in different ways. First, we will consider the classification based on frequency range. In this, the first type is audio power amplifiers. This type of power amplifier, they are used for increasing the magnitude of power of a weaker audio signals. And the output of an audio power amplifier, it ranges from few milliwatts. It is nothing but just as a headphone amplifiers to thousands of watts, which are the applications of power amplifiers which are used in hi-fi or home theater systems. The second type based on frequency range is radio frequency power amplifiers, which are used in wireless transmissions for the modulations of the waveforms. For wireless transmissions like FM broadcasting, antenna, which require the input signals at thousands of kilowatts of power. In these situations, the radio frequency power amplifiers are going to be used. The third type based on frequency range is the DC power amplifier. In DC power amplifier, they are basically used to amplify the power of a PWM, that is pulse width modulated signals, which are used in electronic control systems which need high power signals to drive the motors or the actuators, which are used in different control systems. They take the input from the microcontroller systems and increase its powers and feed the amplified signal to DC motors or the actuators. The second types of classifications of power amplifiers, it depends on different biasing conditions on the circuits which are used. Basically, they are classified as Class A amplifier, Class B amplifier, Class C amplifier, and Class AB amplifier. So let us go for Class A amplifier, which is the classification of biasing conditions. In these biasing conditions, in Class A power amplifier, the collector current flows for the entire AC signal applied at the input side. In Class B amplifier, the biasing conditions in this type of amplifiers, they are such that the collector current flows for half cycle of the AC input signal. The next type is Class C amplifier. In this, biasing conditions of Class C power amplifier are such that the collector current flows for less than half cycle of the input AC signal. And the last classifications on biasing condition is Class AB amplifier. The Class AB power amplifier is one which is created by combining both Class A and Class B amplifiers in order to have all the advantages of both these classes and to minimize the other problems or power dissipations. Now here we will consider the concept of thermal runaways. This is basically arrived in the case of large signal power amplifiers. So thermal runaway is the process where the current rises along with the temperature of the device also increases. This rise in temperature leads to further increase in current flow and a subsequent further rise in temperature which causes the destruction of the components. Means in these power amplifiers, there is the basic destruction of the transistor arrived. When several poorly matched transistors were connecting in parallel, then the transistors initially passing the most current will get hotter as compared to other. They possesses or they go through the less current and they are at the cooling conditions. Therefore, the hotter transistor can be in a danger way for the thermal runaway. Shortly, thermal runaway concept, that is an increase in the temperature along with the current, it is overcome with the help of the heat sinks. The picture shows the component is mounted on the heat sinks, and heat sinks are nothing but the metallic part. They are used to dissipate the current and the temperature from the device, and it is open to atmosphere. So the temperature of the device is maintained or the component is maintained and it is avoided from the overheating. This is the short comparison between voltage and power amplifiers. The first point of comparison between voltage amplifier is related to beta. In voltage amplifier, the value of beta, that is gain, is high, but in power amplifier it is low, and which ranges from 5 to 20 volt. The coupling methods are used for voltage amplifier is RC coupling, whereas in power amplifier, transformer coupling is used. The input voltage for voltage amplifier is low, very low, and it is in terms of millivolts, whereas the power amplifies the input signal, which is in the form of some 2 to 4 volts. The collector current for voltage amplifier is very low, whereas the collector current for the power amplifier is high and it is more than 100 milliampere. The power output for voltage amplifier is low, whereas the power output for power amplifier is very high, and the output impedance for voltage amplifier is high, which is in terms of kilo ohms, whereas in power amplifier the output impedance is in very low. It is in the form of 200 ohms. So again, we'll go the some of the terms related to power amplifier. The first term is collector efficiency. The collector efficiency of a power transistor is defined as the average AC power output to the average DC power input of the transistors. And one important point is that the power amplifier which having maximum collector efficiency, it is very beneficial. The second point related to power amplifier is power dissipation capacity, and it is defined as the ability of a power transistor to dissipate the heat developed in it. The metal cases called as the heat sinks, they are used in order to dissipate the heat produced in power transistors. The third term related to power amplifier is distortions, which is very important because a transistor is a nonlinear device. When we applied some input, which is at the input of the transistors, there may be some few variations in the output side. In voltage amplifiers, these variations are very small, but in power amplifiers, the large currents are used, and therefore the problems of distortions certainly arises. In short, the distortion is defined as the change in output wave shape from the input wave shape of the amplifier. An amplifier that having the laser distortions which produces the better output and hence considered efficiency with maximum efficient outputs. So this is overall regarding to introductions of power amplifier. Thank you.